Example of a hypnotic state. We spend enormous amounts of time in a trance, and you know something? When you go into a trance, you tend to become very suggestible. Suggestible. You ever see a number of people tranced out in front of that TV program and one person yawns? What happens? They all start yawning. That suggestion goes right into their subconscious mind, and they're doing it without even analyzing it. And you know, if you give yourself a series of repeated suggestions in fairly short order, you are able to change what is called your subconscious self-image. We all have a self-image. You've heard people talk about self-image, of course. He or she is always doing real well in the business because they've got a great self-image, whereas he or she is always getting themselves in trouble, always goofing things up because they've got a terrible self-image. You hear people talk about it. Have you ever analyzed it? Have you ever thought about what it really means to have a self-image? Because you all have one. And it's affecting you in thousands of ways. Let me show you what your self-image is. Want to know where it is and how to find it? Simple. Take a minute right now. Try to remember the last time you took a bath or a shower. Anybody can't remember? That's always a problem. All right, I admit that's a strange thing to ask a group to do, but take a moment, bear with me, try to remember the last time you were taking a bath or a shower. Now, when you remember that, isn't it kind of like you just mentally took your mind outside of your body and you're looking at yourself? Think about it. Isn't it sort of like you're outside of yourself, looking at yourself, standing in that shower or sitting in that bathtub? It's like you removed your conscious mind and there you are in that shower or in that bath. Folks, that's not how it happened. You know, when you were taking that bath or that shower, you were seeing things from eye level. You recorded the image through your eyes so that all you should be remembering right now are tiles on the wall or fixtures on the bathtub. Interesting, isn't it? When you recall it, when you actually remember it, you've now included a picture of yourself. Take a good look at that picture. That's your subconscious self-image. That's what you think you look like in relation to the rest of the world around you. Well, here's what I'm driving at. That same exact image is probably affecting your performance levels as reps and as agents, because you're carrying around a little picture of the way you see yourself as a Prudential rep. You see yourself as a successful, above-average, high-producing rep, you're going to go out there and act like one. Whereas if you see yourself as an average or below-average rep, you're going to go out there and act like that one too. That picture dictates what kind of clients you pick up the phone and call, how many times you pick up the phone to call the clients, whether you ask for referrals or not, whether you look at alternate lines of business or just stay focused on life insurance. That's all dictated and affected by that little picture, because you all carry it around inside your head. If you see yourself as a $50,000 a year producer, you'll be out there working very hard to make $50,000. Well, what if you started to see yourself as a $100,000 or a $200,000 or even a $300,000 a year producer? You think you'd go after a different type of client? You think you'd make more phone calls? You think you'd be more focused on referrals? Do you think you'd see your desk differently? See, I believe when people focus on higher goals, it changes the way they see the world. It alters their perception in some very subtle ways. Let me explain what I mean by altered perception. Give you some everyday examples. You go out and buy a brand new car. All of a sudden, everybody's driving the exact same car you just bought. You ever had that experience? You go put your signature on a contract, and all of a sudden, oh, there's one, there's one, there's one. They pop up all over the place. You never really paid attention to them before, but when you make a commitment to own that automobile, you can't help but notice them everywhere. A buddy of mine called when my wife and I have a 4-year-old. My wife was pregnant. I got a call from a friend of mine out in California. He had just found out his wife was pregnant with their first child. And I congratulated him, but while I was talking to him, I said, hey, Bob, you know, now that Diane is pregnant, you will probably recognize what a pregnant world it is out there. You know, he called back the next night. He was scared. He wanted to know if I had hypnotized him over the phone. So what are you talking about? He says, you know, I went out after we talked last night. I went shopping. I must have seen 80 pregnant women running around the mall. He goes, when did this happen? You know, he's all of a sudden. Now, of course, we have a little boy. What do I see in airports all the time? I can tell you from a quarter mile down that concourse, you know, that's a little boy, that's a girl, that one's getting ready for preschool, that one should know their numbers by now. It's amazing when kids come into your life, everything changes. Well, when goals come into your life, everything changes too. But we are here to use the same exact principle for goal setting, because you know the same exact principles work. Now, I don't know if you heard or not, if they let you in on a visualization test, what are known as suggestibility tests. Now, my purpose is twofold. Number one, to give you some experience with how visualization works, but ultimately to find 10 of you or so that are very good hypnotic subjects, and I'm going to ask them to come up on stage, and I will do my best to demonstrate to you exactly how this works. Now, this will be fun, and we're going to have a great time, but there's a serious message behind it, and I hope you keep the message in the back of your mind, that everything these folks are about to do up here is a demonstration of visualization. and that everything you see them do in sort of fun and games can also be done to help you folks become better producers and higher goal achievers in this business. 1, 2, and 3. If I touch you on the shoulder, and if you'd be kind enough to volunteer, if you come up front here on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, come on up front. Those, if I touch you on the shoulder, come on up. How you doing, Mike? Ever been hypnotized? This is your lucky day, pal. Okay, here you go. You're not going to know what hit you. Okay. If you have a seat up there, folks, I need 10 of you. I believe I got 11 hands. There we go. Don't be shy. I need some. Here we go. All right, excellent. Have a seat right there. Folks, how y'all doing? Now, before we even start this, I want to point out that these individuals were kind enough to come forward, and they appear to me to be very, very good visualizers. Now, what does that mean? Well, I've never met any of these folks to the best of my knowledge, but I'm willing to bet that all of them have been practicing some form of self-hypnosis somewhere else. Now, of course, they don't call it self-hypnosis. Many of the people I deal with say, it's my quiet time, or I meditate, or I sit down and just try to visualize where it is I want to be a couple of years down the road in this business, but they are all, whether they realize it or not, practicing some form of self-hypnosis. For example, Mike, you're a citation winner, Circle of Life, Order of Distinction, Mutual Fund Award winner, veteran. If this gets any longer, you will have trouble using the bathroom. All right, here we go. How you doing, Mike? Mike, do you think you're hypnotized right now? Be honest, right this minute? Would you shake my hand? You feeling comfortable? No. Not comfortable? Are you feeling uncomfortable? Relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sleep. Wait, Andy. Loose and limp, relaxed, and around. Now, as you can see, Mike is an excellent hypnotic subject. Give him a round of applause, would you, folks? He's just excellent. Now, ma'am, feet flat on the floor if you don't mind, and your first name is?
Kimberly.
Kimberly, you were one of the speakers a few moments ago, weren't you?
No.
Have you ever been hypnotized before?
No.
Would you pick one of those lights up there? Oh, goodness, we have a multi-different color lights. Would you pick one of the blue or one of the yellow lights and take a nice deep breath? Breathe in deeply. Just remember how you're feeling a few moments ago. Just remember 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sleep, Kimberly. Wait and deep. Loose and limp. Relaxed and wound. Deeper. Sleep. Wait and deep. Loose and limp. Is that amazing or what? She's just excellent, isn't she? Sir, your first name is?
Fred.
Fred?
Yes.
Ever been hypnotized, Fred?
Couple times.
Couple times. Take a nice deep breath, would you? Sleep, Fred. Wait and deep. Loose and limp. Relax and wound. Now, I can tell by the look in your eyes you don't believe what you're seeing, right? Okay. Well, have you ever been hypnotized, Dean?
Once.
Once. Take a nice deep breath, Dean. Sleep, Dean. Wait and deep. Loose and limp. Relaxed and wound. Deep sound. Sleep. Relaxed and wound. These guys are amazing, aren't they? How about you, ma'am? Have you ever been hypnotized?
No.
Never? Would you pick a spot to look at? Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply. Would you lift your arm up there, sir? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sleep. Wait and deep. Loose and limp. Relaxed and unwound. Okay, there you go. Nice deep breath, sir. Breathe in deeply. Sleep. Wait and deep. Loose and limp. Relaxed and unwound. How you doing, sir? Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply. Just remember how you're feeling a few moments ago. Remember the relaxation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sleep. Deep. Sleep. Deep. Sleep. Sleep deeper. 5. Deeper. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How you doing? Ever been hypnotized?
Yes.
You have. Are you relaxed right now? I want to show you something really, it's kind of interesting. I'm going to go over to a handheld mic because I'm going to be working with you. Dan, how you feeling?
Good.
You think you're hypnotized right now?
No.
Watch this. Watch the mic. How you doing, sir? Okay, now you're all wide awake, right? Mike?
Yeah.
And you're not hypnotized, right? Sleep. Wait and deep. Wait and deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stuck like glue to the seat of your chair. Cannot get up out of that chair no matter how hard you try till I touch your forehead. Stuck like glue, Mike, till I touch your forehead. 1, 2, 3. Sing up straight in the chair. All right, so you don't think you're hypnotized, right?
No.
Okay, try to get up out of the chair and see what happens. Harder you try, the tighter you stick. The harder you try, the more difficult.